computer running, log that data, let those engineers do their job so you can go back.
Two future teammates together on the racetrack there, Casey Kane and Dale Earnhardt Jr. doing some very tight drafting. Jamie McMurray told us that after the tire test. He said these cars are going to run on this pavement very closely, all 500 miles, when we come down here to race.
Absolutely. I believe we've already seen that's going to definitely happen. But I'm going to go back to something that Darrell Walker said earlier. You know, you're going to be looking for yourself a dance partner. And this is where it begins. You start looking for guys you like to run with, you know, Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Normally, you will see those guys run together. A lot here we see Tony running with Jimmy Johnson in behind him. It's good to see that 48 car look like they found a little bit of speed, at least in the draft. We don't know how good it is once it gets back into a single car run. But right now, they've got a pretty decent hot rod out there. He's third quick in this drafting session.
Look what Dale Earnhardt Jr. has done over the years at Daytona. 6 wins in the Nationwide Series, 3 wins in the duel. Budweiser Shootout, he has 2 wins. In the Daytona 400, he has 1 win. Daytona 500, 1 win. A total of 13 wins, and those are numbers like his daddy and the number 3 put together this place.
And that's probably the one thing that I think encourages everybody who works for Hendrick Motorsports and who is a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, is they know how good he is at this racetrack, and he just seems like he finds the magic when it comes to the stripper plate races on a whole. So, you know, kicking off the season, a lot of new things happening this year. You got to believe he's going to be right in the middle of it.
And here's the number we don't like to hear. 93 races since his last win was Michigan in June of 08. That's his career longest winless streak. But
you had to go there, didn't you? Well, I mean, everything was going so good. We're talking about the middle. You had to bring up the other.
Well, that's something that weighs very heavily on that team, Jeff, and certainly Dale Earnhardt as well, and he wants to get that monkey off his back and get back into victory lane. And when he does, and it's going to happen, maybe sooner than later, because you can't keep a good team, a good driver, and especially an owner like Rick Hendrick, you can't keep him down for long. They're going to beat this thing, and they're going to get back in victory lane. When it does happen, Junior Nation will rejoice, and there will be a pretty big sigh of relief.
I guarantee you it will definitely happen, and what you're saying is very, very true. It will definitely shock the entire world. I do want to bet you they have a special day named Dale Earnhardt Jr. Day just because of it. But it would be great for the sport. It would be great for all the fans that believe in Dale Jr. And probably more importantly, it will take a big weight off his shoulders.
And also a good thing for Dale Jr., he was running at the finish at the last 43 races. His last DNF, you got to go all the way back to 2009 in Kansas. And that ties him for the longest current streak with Matt Kenseth. That's a lot of races without a DNF. And that shows some consistency that he is finishing. And if you finish first, you must first finish.
Correct. You don't want me to go there, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You know what somebody say, if you don't run very fast, you're not going to tear up anything. Unfortunately, they haven't had things kind of go their way as of late, and it's been kind of tough on them. But, again, I think the move that Rick Hendrick made, you know, realigning these crew chiefs, I think Steve Letarte will, you know, re-energize Dale Jr. and give him some directions, again, that will help, you know, possibly getting back to victory lane. And I like their chances down here at Daytona in particular.
And a lot of people will tell you that that is the most difficult job in motorsports, is being Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew chief. Because chances are, if something goes wrong, the blade's going to fall on your shoulders.
It would be very difficult. It really would be. But I think, again, you know, Steve Letarte has been trained and brought up in an environment where I think he can handle that kind of pressure. Because, again, coming from where he did, starting out being a floor sweeper to go to car chief, eventually the crew chief for Jeff Gordon, that was a big load and a big undertaking on his own. I mean, he's kind of withstood a lot of, you know, pressure from a lot of Jeff Gordon fans and people, you know, pretty much putting him down when he was the crew chief over there, that he wasn't getting the job done. But he was doing a very solid job. They just couldn't quite get to victory lane. He got Jeff into the chase last year. They were competitive early in the season. A lot of good things with Steve Letarte. They just didn't get to victory lane, and Rick said, hey, we need to change something up here. I think your expertise will work over there. Because he wasn't doing a good job, I don't think Rick Hendrick would have given him the opportunity to work with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, track record tells us that Rick Hendrick has a very good eye for talent and putting people in the right places at the right time. A former Hendrick driver now with the Red Bull team is Brian Vickers, driver the number 83. He has 2 career Sprint Cup wins, but last year he missed 24 races. Last time he drove was at Darlington last year, and then it was discovered he had the issue with the blood clots and had to sit out for a while. And it's been really interesting to see this young man handle that situation with the poise that he did, and to say how much he now appreciates the fact that he gets to drive a race car for a living. Probably not anybody down there right now with as much or more appreciation for what he's got than Brian Vickers.
No, he's definitely hungry right now. We see him pushing 5-time right there, Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car, and these two guys are hooked up now, and they have gone to the top of the speed list right now in this practice session. Jimmy Johnson now the quickest at 193.2, being followed very closely there by the guy who's pushing him around here, Brian Vickers. And again, I think that Brian appreciates his position more than ever, and he's got to be, really just excited about having the opportunity to be out there once again doing something he loves.
Well, right now, the best seat in the house belongs to Steve Burns, Darrell Waltrip, and Larry McReynolds. They are high atop the Daytona International Speedway. Guys, we're going to set it up to you.